Okay, so it seems like there has been a little bit of drama surrounding the whole Marvel Rivals thing that we talked about yesterday. Now, if you guys don't remember, we talked about the fact that it was quite funny that Dokibird was actually participating within this new tournament with Marvel Rivals, which actually has a grand finals today, I think. And essentially, she was a part of Team Canada, and the funny part was her being in a team with XQC. And if you guys don't know, obviously they had a little bit of a drama a while back whenever they weren't on the same team, but obviously they're both Canadian, and so they were on the same team for this event, and it was quite funny to see, right? It was just very interesting. A lot of VTuber fans were interested by this, and I said surely there's going to be no drama, right? And well, there was, but it's less so to do with XQC, to be fair, this time. I mean, he was, kind of in the team or whatever, but it's more so to do with Warn here, who's right next to XQC. There's been a lot of clips of coming out of him, as well as Aramori as well right here. And Dokibird has been mentioned quite a few times, getting kind of dragged into this whole entire thing. And it's been kind of insane, right? And there's been many clips, as I said, that's been going around. For example, there's been this one, tweet talking about the Marvel Rivals World Cup, or whatever you want to call it right now, saying, wish there was more advertisement in general. It's good that they got people who are familiar with the game, but don't main Marvel Rivals. Great for reaching a new audience. If you're going to get invited to a $300,000 tournament, not 30,000, that's way less. Probably should learn more than Squirrel Girl. A lot of people would give anything for this opportunity. A lot of visibility to different countries and streamers like Team Brazil, which had really good players, and Team America, who kicked our ass 2-0. This is the first test run for a World Cup in Marvel Rivals. Hopefully it grows into something more beautiful. I would love to have more countries participate and also more LAN events. What are your guys' thoughts, and did I miss anything? And obviously, one of the things that they mentioned there is the Squirrel Girl thing, saying you should learn more than Squirrel Girl. And that's essentially what Warn over here, he's like more so of an Overwatch streamer, I would say, has been under fire for. I actually, watch Warn and a lot of those guys. So actually, this is almost like a crossover of a field that I know, right? And again, Warn has been kind of under fire, saying, just to clarify, I only had a few days from the moment I was invited to the actual tournament. It was pitched as a creator tournament, so I accepted like always. Every day off stream, I practiced my main, Squirrel Girl and Nama, and tried to pick up Cyclops. He got banned non-stop. So yeah, essentially what happened was the Warn had a very small skill set, and he was very good at Squirrel Girl or whatever. But obviously it seems like he wasn't really going to budge too much in terms of, whenever a team, goes through, we should play this character, you should play this character. He wasn't so flexible with that. And obviously after the tournament was already kind of lost, he said, okay, guys, now I can flex. And that's what kind of got a lot of people upset with him as well, right? And of course, this is all going on while Dokibird is in the team, and obviously XQC and whatever. Obviously this was one of the posts that Warn put up, talking about this kind of stuff, right?
We're strong on
backline.
DPS, we're strong on supports, and we have like good tank. Like I think we're okay.
Yeah, good single tank.
Have you played Ultron before?
Nope, never in my life.
Have you played Rocket before?
Nope. No, I'm a Squirrel Girl demon. Tell him.
No, I believe
this guy can throw a net, trust me.
Well, I could try the triple support. Do you want me to do the Ultron? Or would you rather
the
Rocket?
To do Ultron was like 2 games ago, dude. Or play whatever you want. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Let's just have fun. We're strong.
So yeah, as you can see, it ended up getting a little bit toxic, and it seems like he is essentially a person who doesn't know that many characters apart from the Squirrel Girl and whatever. And then after they were already kind of losing and it was a little bit too late, he's like, should we just try Ultron or whatever? And they were like, okay, well, the time was about 2 games ago, but it's a little bit too late now, so just do whatever the hell you want. So yeah, obviously the vibes were a little bit down, and you can see why there was this kind of drama surrounding this, right? Then was she lying when we said that we're strong on DPS? I said, hey guys, I can flex after you're already out of the tournament, Lamau. At least you pretended to care at the end, saying was flexing to other characters all tournament long, including before it started while warming up, saying you're slow. Anyone watching was able to see you are unwilling to switch, saying please keep name calling. I switched to Nama on numerous occasions to help mark the OAA Starlord players. Punisher versus Captain to shotgun him, and Devil Dino to attempt 2-1-3. So yeah, obviously it is pretty interesting, right? And that's been a clip that's come out. And then of course Aramori responded to that saying, you're saying you can fill after we're already out of the tournament. Of course I'm tilted, bro. Lol, what? It's 300k. My bad. Next time I'll tell you it's not your fault for picking Squirrel Girl over and over. And I think this comes down to one of these problems where essentially, you know, there has been this entire kind of thing of, are people serious enough for a tournament with $300,000, you know, dollars on the line, right? And that's been a problem in a lot of Marvel Rivals tournaments, including the Kingsman drama, right? The whole Kingsman drama started off as Kingsman wanted to win. He wanted to win that money. It would help him a little bit. And of course, the other people on his team didn't want to. But of course, it's a competitive tournament. Well, I say they didn't want to. They probably wanted to, but they wanted to have like a more casual time, right? They didn't want to have like, you know, all these call outs or whatever. And that's how that kind of started. It's kind of a similar situation, right? In the sense that I feel like maybe Warn wasn't too ready for this. And I think it is also down to Marvel Rivals as well to kind of sort that, because of course he says, what did he say? I forgot where he said it. Saying, yeah, it was pitched as a creator tournament. So that is something maybe that Marvel Rivals could have pitched a little bit better, being like, you know, you got to actually try or whatever in these events, and maybe, you know, again, I think it was probably poorly kind of, I guess, organized in the sense that, yeah, he only had like 5 days. You couldn't even practice any other characters if you really wanted to. So again, you could practice them a little bit, but maybe not to a good level. So yeah, obviously that has kind of killed the vibes altogether. And then of course they're going to say, yes, there were other issues. Yes, 1,000,000%, myself included. But I don't want to sit here and let Warn act like, woe is me, she was so meme. I got Zazad in a tournament with 10,000 the prize pool as Basim. Bro, oh my god, Kingsman was so much meaner and got a bajillion followers. If I'm silent, I'm a quiet pushover who can't lead. If I take charge and lead, I'm a bitch. Can't win, go next. Saying we want Nama, so we went Nama and Halo on game 2, and that still wasn't good enough for you. Expecting too damn much from creators who don't play the game for a living. Saying my man was in a Marvel Rivals tournament and had to play a role plus character he didn't know, and they still won because of communication and PMA. Bro is a piss baby. I'm so sorry, Aramori. Some people say, Aramori, I love you, girl, but I think it's best to, it might be best to redirect a lot of this hilt towards netties and not a creator who doesn't play the game often. Saying, all right, I can't lie, this is the mindset of someone who just isn't a competitor, especially to post about it afterwards, making it seem like you're the bad guy, wanting to win, lol, don't sweat over this, babe. So yeah, obviously, there was a couple of posts as well, which we'll go into now, of Warn talking about, you know, everything that went on after the match, including obviously him talking about Dokibird. So Warn says that Dokibird and Aramori were not helping XQC on tank because they were too busy blaming him instead of addressing other fundamental issues. So this is the clip.
And I feel like his voice went completely swept under the rug. XQC's fucking struggling. Okay? Like, XQC was struggling. And nobody was paying attention to him because the peanut gallery was too focused on me on Squirrel. Dokibird and Ara were too dead set on me being the problem, and they didn't want to admit that, like, there were other fundamental issues. Okay? Like, X was struggling, dude. He was getting grabbed and tossed around like a salad on tank by the Wolverine and stuff. And so, this is where we move on. Everybody's so quick to say I was a bad teammate. XQC and I. Alright, go. Hey, we think we should ban Wolverine. X is really struggling. We only have one tank player. Let's ban Wolf. Let's ban Wolf. You know what she does? She doesn't ban Wolf, and then they protect him in game 2. And then the same thing fucking happens. And I feel like his...
So yeah, obviously now he's trying to find like blame on other people as well, which again, you know, I don't think everybody's perfect. And even I think Aramori in here says like, hey, yeah, there were other issues, myself included. So, you know, of course it's not just him, but I definitely do think there was, you know, some issues as well with the whole swapping thing, I guess. They say what's funny, you know, is that why they didn't help him on tank. It's because he went to SG and refused to swap. They can't bother finding the clip, but they told him about how the big wall now gives him CC immunity on Groot, but still he didn't play amazing. They can do everything but play the game for him. Saying, bro, this guy's really dig riding XQC so badly. This drama is so brain dead. So yeah, and of course here's another clip as well, where obviously they say Warn blamed Fan, Aramori, and Dokibird for losing the recent tournament on the 300,000 Marvel Rivals tournament, saying last time him and XQC played in the competition, they won.
Saying I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces in this tournament as and the last tournament is the current one, including Dokibird, Aramori. Wait a second. Fan? Wait. Aramori, Dokibird, Fan. We're all in this tournament too? And none of them were on my team? And XQC and I won? Huh. That's weird. That's fucking weird. Well, just goes to show I don't actually know if the problem was us. Oh snap, guys! No. I think we just discovered something new. But
so yeah, essentially what he's saying is during this, apparently, I think he and XQC won or whatever. He's saying that yeah, him and XQC have done tournaments before and won together, right? But he's saying, well, they've added Aramori, Dokibird, and Fan, who were all in their team this time, and all of a sudden they weren't winning. So obviously he's trying to blame it on the woman that, you know, have joined their team, right? Now, is it a woman thing, or is it just a, you know, he just doesn't like the thing? I don't know. But of course, a lot of people have been not so happy about that, saying now he's definitely cooked Lamau. So he's really a DPS player at heart, blaming everybody but himself. I see he blames the woman. I wonder why. Why is he throwing shade at the other two? I can understand Aramori, but why the others? Weird champ. And yeah, I think that is 100% the case. Now, again, I didn't actually see the interactions that Dokibird or Fan had with them, so I don't know if they were similar to Aramori, but it definitely seems like Aramori is the one that is the most, like, you know, hostile about this and getting angry about this, right? I can understand why he would be talking about her quite a bit, but I don't understand why we're dragging Dokibird and Fan into this when I don't think they're really, you know, I don't think they're that, you know, much into it. So again, of course, you know, Dokibird has also responded to this, saying, despite all the drama going on right now, I hope everyone will continue to support the creators. So I hope everyone will support the creators and teams tomorrow that qualified to the finals. There's a lot of smaller streamers around the world that made it through, and I do hope the negative focus doesn't overshadow their efforts and exposure. I think what I feel mostly bad about is no one really wins in this situation, as everyone will focus or talk about the negativity that came from the Rivals World Cup. Getting invited to see these events is hard for someone who's a smaller creator, as opportunities are very slim. It attempted to shine a spotlight to underrepresented regions and creators around the world, and I know a lot of people worked very hard to be there, and they deserve the exposure. So I hope in the end, the tournament, having its faults, people can still support the players that made it through. So yeah, she's essentially saying, you know, hey, go and support the other people, because again, that's what it's all about. Which again, I think that's fair enough, right? And of course, Dokibird here as well, saying how it feels right now as someone who loves both Rivals and Overwatch. And obviously, yeah, watching all the drama, and yeah, it's quite funny. So yeah, I mean, that is essentially all of the drama that's been going on. As I said, Dokibird has been dragged into it through a couple of these clips. I don't know why she's even mentioned there in the first place, but I just wanted to give you guys the full context on everything that was kind of going on and why people are so mad, because it's been a pretty crazy one so far. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kaza, get 10% off. Again, they've got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.